Hello and welcome back to Morton, Illinois and the Northwood Gold Course. We are at the 2019 Professional Disc Golf Association World Championships on JomezPro. Big Sexy Commentary here with you, Nate Sexton and Jeremy Koling.
Thank you for that one, Nate.
Sure thing.
We saw some incredible action from that front nine. Holy moly. Emerson Keith silencing any doubters. I mean, I don't know if anyone's out there saying, oh, he can't do it, but he's showing he certainly can. Definitely hasn't shown any emotion one way or the other. Just out there taking control of business. Only one bogey in the front nine. Are you kidding me? This course is full of bogeys everywhere, and these guys are just avoiding them all over the place. And it's just, look at this action in the front nine.
Wow, Emerson just putting the hammer down. That's the storyline right now.
6 down with 2 missed putts inside the circle.
Hole 10, the back nine is more difficult, and hole 10 shows you why. Starts off right away, straight shot to start, par 4, 560 feet. You get into this narrowing tunnel, down the shelf to the left, and then another tunnel to the pin. So you would like to get, at all costs, you really want to stay in the middle, but you've got to have enough distance to have a straight shot to the basket. You're not really going to be able to navigate that corner going downhill through all the trees and stay in the middle of that second tunnel. And this looks smoked. Whoa.
I don't care that he's been here for 2 weeks practicing that shot. You have to be so elite to execute that just on the spot.
That's the farthest drive I've seen personally ever on this hole.
It's incredible. And James, this is straightening.
This is similar.
Straightening out. Is that? Oh, that's a word, right? Straightening?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, sweet. I killed it. But unfortunately, he straightened out too much and connected on a tree and did not get the same result that Paul had.
Here is that Explorer you were talking about for Emerson.
And you're going to like that.
Yeah. Wow.
You're going to like it. If you're on the mulch here, you're really happy.
Especially with the driver, such good angle control.
Mm-hmm.
No skip either way. That's going to be basically a standstill. I mean, it's still not an easy shot. Don't get me wrong, but it's a lot easier than a lot of everywhere else you could be.
Yeah, and that's one of the things about this course, these par 4s and par 5s. When you execute a great tee shot, the hole's not over. And that's something that we see on a lot of courses. You throw a great drive, and you kind of have a pitch up to get your birdie.
Yeah, for sure.
This course, you have to earn every single stroke. And
you can see how tough this area is. Kevin and James threw nice, committed, low shots, and they're reduced to jump putts, just trying to set up a chance to get to the basket.
James is going to have to make some magic here.
Whoa.
Wow. Right over the top, but this is not the comeback putt you want for your par.
That is outside the circle, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and going to the forehand.
Yeah, Emerson has a great forehand touch shot you're going to see here. He likes that harp. This is a little bit sawed off. He's going to have to make a good putt to pick up that birdie.
Still have not even gotten to McBeth's drive. Oh, no.
That's
Kevin Jones with a misrelease. That went straight into the woods. That is a big surprise.
You don't see that from many players, but certainly not one of the better putter players on tour. McBeth, that's almost too easy of an approach. I mean, that's like in that range that we were just talking about where you throw a good drive and you don't have a hard approach. That's unbelievable.
Look at what Kevin's got left.
And really showing the teeth of this course. If you get off the fairway, it can be 2 shots.
And that rolled. Oh my gosh.
Kevin going flick roller and then tomahawk. That's never a combination you're looking for.
What a mistake. Just a misrelease costing him
2 strokes. James is going to take a bogey, so we're going to see the first real action.
And the back nine's going to do it.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
What a putt. Slinging it through the woods.
This guy just doesn't know it's the World Championships or something. I mean, he's just not. I mean,
don't tell him now.
I'm not.
Nobody tell him.
Don't. Yeah, just let him keep doing it.
I think he knows, and he's playing. He's rising to the occasion in a way that I think few would have expected. It's a real credit to his mental game. The way he's playing right now, I'm very impressed. One bogey and one double bogey there as the course starts to show its teeth. Hole 11, it doesn't get any easier. Par 3, 380 through very, very narrow gaps, fading to the right. It can be like a big forehand with a straighter type disc. There's backhand turnovers that can be done. Any kick off the fairway, you're going towards bogey town, and you're getting there in a pretty efficient, quick way. So you're going to have to be really careful with where the disc ends up. You might even see some guys back off here. Probably not these guys.
Why would you at this point?
This is money.
Unbelievably good.
That's 380 through a tunnel. That is a fantastic shot.
And a very specific angle, too. And he really wasn't ever in danger of hitting a tree, but was close to a bunch. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. This is great kick.
Yeah.
That is a big, big kick to get back to the middle that he won't have too much trouble from there. Is this like a DX Rock 3 or Rock X3 maybe that James is using?
I couldn't say.
It's a DX something, I think. That looked like it kicked. I couldn't tell exactly where.
And this is Kevin's D2 that he likes for these kind of shots. He's got a little bit too much turn.
And a
really
great
showing
kick
off
again.
how great of a shot that was from Paul. I mean, this is a hole that, as a forehand dominant player, I step up to. And if I hit this line, I am pumped. And Paul just steps up, and he's just an everything dominant player. It's kind of annoying.
And look at there you see how tough the rough is. James just had to putt 25 feet out to the edge. That's all he could do.
And a tough little stretch for James going bogey, and now he's going to have to make a tough putt to get another bogey. Honestly, that's inside the circle, but I mean, after taking a bogey in the last hole, the last thing you're looking for is a 32-foot putt for bogey.
As Emerson takes advantage of that nice kick back to the middle and throws his putter smoothly right to the bullseye range. Kevin showing off that elite jump putt distance.
Be a nice easy par for Kevin.
Paul for the birdie, and there it is.
Wow.
7 under for the round.
Surprisingly, only the 6th hardest hole on the course for the first 2 rounds, the A pool and B pool combined.
We've got some holes coming up.
Yeah.
Bogey for James. Best case scenario after that drive.
Only 17 players out of the 197 player count were able to pick up the birdie through the first 2 here.
I feel like as we watch these tap-ins, I got to get started on the next hole. Have we got a drone flight for you? I mean, this is the hardest hole I have personally ever seen. Hole 12, par 5, 1,050 feet, going through the narrow, narrow tunnel, breaking right. It looks like a normal hole. Cool, cool. Holy cow. Now you're going over the bridge, onto the grass. Let's go up one hill. Here we go. This is insane even to get here in 2. Then down another tunnel of almost 300 feet with OB down the left side the entire way and terrible rough on both sides. I can't, it's like from a video game. I couldn't even believe it when I first saw that this was a real hole. Paul with the turnover just crushed. Fading back a bit. That's actually right near the short pad that the women are playing.
Okay. And when you see a hole that has an average of 6.62, obviously it's just sticks out.
6.62. Can we say that again?
6.62 is the average for 197 players playing this. The average score was over a stroke and a half above what they call par. I mean, we've been hearing par 6. We've been hearing that it's the best hole ever. McBeth said that, I believe, back at Ledgestone.
Oh, no.
Kevin Jones is taking a 6 at best now. That's just, if you're out of position at any time, par is out of question almost.
And James, if this can stay turning.
Great shot.
Oh, and hits a tree. That's okay. That he's somewhat in the middle.
Emerson's drive looked pretty good as well. See what Kevin's got.
And the B pool, after playing this course in round 1, was somehow miraculously able to pick up 1 birdie on the day. And I got to shout out Tristan Tanner from Colorado for being that one player. Kevin with a pitch out and a great hyzer shot past the bridge.
Big skip.
He's still got a lot of work to do, but that's a great place to be after that drive.
James' second shot. It looks like he's got room to throw.
Oh, and throw he is done. And look at this thing turning.
If this climbs the hill.
It does climb the hill. Oh, he's on the flat.
Oh, my gosh. We might see something pretty special here.
That is really great. That is better than anything you're going to see.
Keep in mind, McBeth has been here 2 weeks, probably put in 10 to 20, at least 15 to 20 plays on this hole. He fully admits to have not birdied it yet.
Best player in the world has not birdied this hole in 15 tries.
And here's Emerson. What a drive. And this is going to be in trouble, though.
Oh, man.
Oh, good kick, good kick.
Yeah, good kick. Certainly was. And he's down there kind of in the Kevin Jones, maybe 50 feet further than Kevin.
Kevin just going to lay up here. That's a very smart play. Trying to pierce that final tunnel is just going to get you in the woods when you got to go up that hill so much, landing it flat, nearly impossible. I think Emerson needs to be careful of getting too aggressive here.
And he certainly...
He did a great job.
Yep, did a good job. And actually getting closer to that hill is a disadvantage. You want to be a little bit further off that hill so you can get some forward momentum into your shot.
Paul getting aggressive here, but this might be...
And so that's the problem. He was on that hillside and had to throw so far up that it just never had a chance to stay straight.
Okay, folks, this is what we came to see. Can James get near the basket here? Third shot. Oh, yeah. Flatten out. There's OB over there, but I think he's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, he's got a long putt.
We're going to have a putt for it at least. That's great.
Kevin with the flippy putter.
Right there, please. Just wait, please. Wait.
Nice shot. And Emerson, a little bit of trees to deal with as you see those OB stakes over there. Always kind of in your head as you're throwing that second, third, and fourth shot. Paul. Oh, his fifth shot connects with a tree.
Wow.
Or was that his... No, that was his fourth.
That was his fourth shot, so he'll have that for...
That putt for par. 45 feet, a chance for a birdie you only dream about.
Yes, folks. James Conrad able to connect. Only 2 birdies, 197 tries, folks.
Just Tristan and James. That's it.
That's it. Wow, picture perfect.
2.6 strokes on the field average.
Yeah, 2.67.
That's like
that's like
a 19th hole worth of strokes. As Paul's par attempt sails over the basket.
There were 11 scores of 9 or above. 5 of those being 10 or above. There was a 12 on this hole. An 11.
In for a bogey 6, best case scenario after his drive. Emerson with an important putt here, and he splashes it out on the left side. He will also make bogey 6. Paul for bogey 6.
He's
and
in.
James is going to take 2 strokes from everybody on the card.
Get this. There were 25 snowmans on this hole. 25 people took an 8 and walked off and probably weren't even that upset about it. Just because it's just that relentless. But the thing to remain to mention is that it's a great hole.
It's fun.
Nobody plays that hole and is like, this hole's stupid. They love the hole, so it's not a bad hole. It's just that's that hard.
Yep. And this one is very hard as well. Hole 13, par 4, 650, slightly downhill to start, slightly uphill to finish. OB down the left side the entire way, bad rough on the right. James, this hole seems to me tailor-made for James to just kind of boost one down there. It's going a little too far right this time, but it kind of squeaks through. Gallery likes it. Nice shot from Paul. That's a lot of distance. Emerson turns this too early. Wow, they were very casual about
Yeah, just
where that was flying.
let it settle where it settles. Who cares?
And they're going to need to look out again. A little short of that.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of curled back. I think he'll have a fairly open shot.
Yeah, those are all fine.
Kevin's going with the forehand. A little bit short. No, it's good. It's very good. Perfect shot. Should set up a pretty easy birdie putt. This is a technical line from back here. Wow.
Great shot from Emerson. Great result, too. That could have caught a tree on that hillside with that speed and angle and rolled back 50 feet, but just slicing and dicing. Emerson's playing great golf.
This is a monster drive from Paul.
Wow. So smooth, so picture perfect.
James with the turnover. And I'm going to stand by my statement that this hole is very hard. I know that the evidence is pointing to the contrary, but, you know, I'm going to stick with what I said.
I'm with you, buddy.
James in for birdie.
He's putting well.
That birdie on hole 12.
Yeah, I mean, going bogey and then birdie on 12, 13, it's almost like it's not washing those away. It's actually turning those birdies into, or those bogeys into like pars and birdies maybe even.
Yeah.
Because I think if anybody said 10, 11, 12, 13, you're going par, you're like, really?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
And that is another star frame, $25 to charity. Hole 14, par 3, 330 feet. This one goes downhill sharply, trees on both sides, and a nice built-up green as well. Backhand mid-range, a great play to try to slow the disc down and just land right there up on top. You also see people go with the straight forehand, trying to get the disc nose down and sort of just dig into the ground.
I think this hole wins the course award for the most Instagrammable hole. This is the one I saw all the players throwing their practice shots and taking little short videos of that and posting it on social media. It's very beautiful, though.
Yes, it is. And this is sneaking through.
Goodness gracious, James.
Deep.
Slow those putters down. We need to get a slower putter for James.
Yeah, there's got to be something slower than a putter.
Oh.
Bit of a kick. Could be trouble. Here is that forehand play.
Yeah. It's going to drift a little right at the end, but got it to stand up and turn over. That was just technical, beautiful, very well executed.
Emerson is just hanging on to this lead. Nobody really able to cut into it.
I don't want to say hanging on. I think that he's
not. Yeah, he's
kind of putting pedal to the metal for the whole course.
I mean, that's a better way to say it. Great shot from Kevin.
And to think he's got a putt for 20 under in the first 2 rounds. I mean, I could see somebody going 10 down at Eureka because it's more open, but to be able to continue that, this course is challenging a completely different style of golf out here. So just because you're a good open player doesn't mean anything when you get in Northwoods. You have to be able to be completely well-rounded to do well at this World Championships.
Ooh, so close.
Just off to the right. Great effort from that distance.
Emerson, chance to stretch that lead.
Another good putt. 20 under par, folks. Three-stroke lead right now over Paul McBeth.
Hole 15, one of the more treacherous on the course, par 3, 320 feet. You can see the OB on both sides of the fairway. And then as the drone gets up here, you're going to see this creek bed, also OB, making this play as a totally an island green. So you've got to get not only across the creek, across the rocks, but you can see the stakes there. You really only have about the size of circle 1 to get onto this green and be safe. You see some players play short, but I think most of these guys are going to try to go across. Certainly a hole you can very easily bogey.
And that is certainly an effort to go for the pin. If that's drifting too early, that could be in trouble. But no, he is safe.
Great shot.
Yeah, great flex line to maximize the gap size there. And that'll be right at the edge of the circle for Emerson's birdie look.
It's just so scary because if you touch even one tree, you're going straight OB.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I think, is out.
Yeah.
Will remain to be seen whether he gets it up at the island or whether he takes it on the short side. If you do cross the island here, you do get to advance.
Yep, it's not your traditional island rules. It just forms an island.
James is, ooh, that's such a good hit.
Yes.
I think that was going to go be long, but he catches that tree perfectly.
Well done.
Great putter shot.
Maybe a bit overturned. This got, well, it's starting to stable out quite a bit.
He's got that wall. Yep.
Okay, yeah. I'm sure that's part of his game plan is aim right at that wall. 3 players safe on the green. Emerson first to putt, though.
So I guess Kevin did make contact.
And the Mach X's can push out left sometimes if it's not putted with Anheuser. Kevin able to save that par. And look at this, though. Emerson Keith, that's his 3rd surrendered putt inside the circle. Can you believe that?
I can't. His tee to green golf is some of the best I've ever seen.
It's so clean right now. He's just getting any breaks that you could possibly get, which hasn't really come and played that much, but he's also just putting the disc right where he wants. Unfortunately, not able to make the putt, but Kevin, James, Paul, all able to make their putts. 2 birdies, 2 pars.
Hole 16, 1,040-foot par 5. OB long grass on the right side to start. Most players are going to take a mid-range hyzer over that out of bounds and try to set themselves up in the middle of this gap so they can attack on the second shot. Good second shots are going to land in this area after maybe a forehand or backhand turnover, maybe even backhand roller. And then you've got this kind of scary green to go at. A lot of roll-away potential here as you come into this hillside. But this is a great birdie to pick up. If you can navigate the first 2 shots, you're going to be in a good position to see if you can get in that circle 1 area. As James cues up MD4.
You know, these par 5s out here just don't play around.
No, they don't.
They're not messing around, folks. They're the hardest 2 holes on the course. And, you know, and if you think traditional golf, par 5s are where the players are really picking up the under par strokes. And disc golf, it seems like it's the opposite.
At least out here. Paul flattens this up just beautifully, and this is going into the gap.
Just another thing of beauty, just perfection. His average is 5.69, so basically 5.7. So with combined, these 2 holes are 2.3 over par or something crazy.
Yeah.
2.3 over par, just average.
From the players that are at the professional world championships. This looks pretty good. It's got to stay right. You don't want to get too left or you end up in the woods. You might be messing with it. Yeah, he falls down into that pit. James going to just lay up here.
Yeah, all you got to do is play for position. That's a well-executed shot there.
I noticed that short tee is 492 feet from the basket, so James is over 500 feet away still.
And he set himself up a potential roller opportunity. We've seen James throw a few rollers this round.
That's a beautiful shot right there from a tough position.
Oh, just a little bit more angle to swing that to the left would have been perfect for Kevin. He is not in a good spot now.
And Paul likely thinking this is a good opportunity to pick up a stroke because he's way up the fairway.
Guys, stop, please. Stop, thank you.
You can hear Nate Heinold doing all he can to keep the excited gallery back in this tight corridor. And James will go for it from over 500 feet away.
Just a big skip, calls Kevin. I don't know if he was being funny or not, but I think it's hilarious. Great effort. That's going to leave him outside circle two, but from back there, that's about as good as you can possibly imagine.
And Kevin's got to go to another little Scooby Tomahawk situation.
Yeah, I mean,
the rough is not forgiving at all. Possible roller. This grass is just a bit thick to get that really fast roll. You can see it's kind of just trying to slow it down. But wow, executes incredibly well. Inside maybe 10 meters. I think he's inside the circle. It's close. Emerson going to cue up a big forehand here.
A little bit of an early release. Didn't quite get that pop that he was looking for. He'll have a look at it, but Emerson's got all the distance he needs to be able to get up and down there with a forehand. Just didn't quite get the full committed shot.
And Paul in great position here, and whoa, this is not good.
Man.
That is way too high up the hill.
That is just a drop shot from Paul. He'll have a putt. He could make up for the poor execution on that throw, but that was not what he is capable of doing, obviously.
Perfect line, little low from James. Paul he's a little closer than I thought. Probably 40.
Yeah.
Ooh, no problem. Nicely done. Makes up for a shot that I'm sure he would have liked to have back because he ought to be inside the circle, certainly from that range. But what does it matter? He's going to stick the putt.
Yeah. He came out at par between 12 and 16 combined, which is incredible.
And now Emerson.
Off right, and that's not inside the circle, but I mean, just a step outside. So think about what it could have been so far.
What it still is something special, though.
Right, and that's the crazy thing about it. He's playing phenomenal golf. His score as is crushing the competition, besides maybe Paul, who's just got 7 birdies on our screen right now.
And look at the lead they're opening up on Kevin and James. I mean, they're really separating.
And I wouldn't call Emerson's round like a bad putting round. He just is just been a bit off, and one pretty heavy chain splash out. But
hard not to expect perfection from these guys the way they're playing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's really easy for us to be critical and say, "Oh man, if only they make the putts." But man, they're giving themselves so many putts. It's hard to make them all. Hole 17, par 3, incredibly tight gap up a hill, 330 feet. Again, we keep saying it, but the rough is terrible. So if you're hitting a tree, saving par is maybe going to be beyond what you're capable of. We're going to see Paul go with a backhand here, fairway driver perhaps. And that is looking very good.
Jesus. Man.
Wow, going long.
That is...
Whoa. I don't know if that's... I mean, that's not park property.
Yeah, that would have been out of bounds.
Wow.
That's so silly. How far do you think this hole plays? I mean, at 330, what?
It's a pretty full forehand for me, so I feel like it's in that 375.
Oh, this is the same hole that I've played years ago when I played Northwoods, and I feel like I'm juicing a 400-foot power.
Emerson's juicing it right up there with the forehand, catches the branch, stopping him from just acing the thing.
Right? And Kevin, I like that low line. Just needed to stand up just a bit more. If that just flattened out a smidge, I think he would have been 30 feet closer to the basket.
James hit the tree but wasn't punished too badly. Able to throw his approach nice and close. A little high. Good effort. Paul needs this to keep pace. And gets it. To stay within one.
I mean, he's trailing the leader, but I feel like he's the one setting the pace right now. I mean, look at the scores. Besides the bogey on the hardest hole in the history of disc golf, and the one par, I mean, just absolutely lighting up this course, which is being well regarded as the hardest course we've ever played at the World Championships. Emerson just smoothly, casually picking up another birdie.
21 and 20 under.
This isn't overhyped, folk. This is what we're watching special.
I mean, this is 1085 average level golf.
Whoa, Kevin!
A water bottle flip.
Take it easy, man.
This is YouTube. Water bottle flips are pretty big. I've been told. Hole 18, par 4, 660. One of the easiest holes on the course, really, and one of the most fun to throw. You're going to crush off the high elevated tee pad. I've been hearing rumors that some of these guys are actually getting putts here, which I just didn't even think was a thing that people could do. But they're going to be throwing just huge distance driving, turning shots. This guy right here is thinking about a 2.
I think we saw this in a course preview. Paul just stepped up and 2'd it.
But he doesn't want it this time.
No, that is not the throw for a 2, unless he wants to throw it in, which...
Okay, so conservative play.
I'll invite him to try. I challenge you, Paul, to try throwing it in. It's my challenge for you.
Emerson going to do the exact same and match Paul perfectly. That's going to be, at most 280 uphill to the pin, nothing in the way.
James taking that long run up. He's looking high.
I think we see a distance driver.
Yeah, he's looking high, and he's going flippy, and that thing is turning, folks.
Oh, this is huge.
You can hear Kevin say, "Holy cow, dude."
Where is it even?
It caught but it kind of squeezed out the gap. And let's see how far. Okay, so he's got circa 100 feet.
Yeah.
Estimated 100 feet.
Whoa, that dropped quick. Kevin's actually going to have substantial distance, I think, still to the basket. Going to have to put a little turn on it. And that's not what he's looking for.
That's something like 80 feet or what, or so.
Is this the easiest hole in the course statistically?
It is the easiest hole. It's the 18th handicap on the 18th hole. It's fitting.
And Paul, very nice. I don't think those trees will be a problem for him. Now we see if Emerson can throw one last great shot.
It's looking like he's going to have a good look for that birdie inside.
That's at that range that's been giving him a little bit of trouble.
Wow.
60-footer just off the rim.
Oh, he was outside circle too, man.
70-footer just off the rim.
A little more like 73.
Great putt. Emerson with what a round. -10. Following up his -12. 22 under for the tournament. The stuff of dreams.
I can't even imagine the pressure of sleeping on a World Championships, waking up and coming out here and doing what he just did today, never being in that situation before. That's it's pretty heroic stuff from the young kid.
You know, we might be seeing, he's already a great player and a well-traveled player, but, this is maybe the birth of a new superstar.
Yeah, there's certainly a lot of players right on teeter-tottering on the edge of that superstardom, but, I mean, if he can do this for another 1-2 rounds, and let's just imagine pipe dreams, Emerson Keith wins the World Championships. I mean, this is way too early to say these kind of things.
Way too, but yeah.
But, I mean, you're talking about the birth of, like you're saying, a true superstar.
And look at the separation. Here's our lead card for tomorrow. Paul with the hot round, -11, 22, 21, 15, 15, 15. Way too early to be a two-horse race, obviously, but wow.
11 under par today. Did you really think a round like that was possible out on this course?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I actually thought I was going to shoot 12. That's what I was telling people before the round started. I played this course really well, and I had a slow start, and then really the bogey on the par 5 was really the only difference from what I said before the start of the round, and that was just a dumb mistake. I was too aggressive on that putt. I was trying to lay it up but get it too close. I should have just left it about 20 feet and hit a tree and was about 50 feet. So, yeah, 11's not bad, but I think I can improve a little bit more 2 days from now.
Yeah, I felt like I played to my game plan. I honestly came in wanting 6 or 7. That was my goal. And then I ended up getting a couple bonus birdies, and even with a couple missed putts out there that I probably should have made, I was able to shoot 10, which is way better than my goal, and I'm just happy that I was able to do that.
Wow, it could have been a 13.
Yeah.
Really, without much trouble. Incredible golf. Emerson and Paul just really putting on a show, not to mention the other guys on the card playing great as well. Really looking forward to getting back out to Eureka Lake and seeing that round 3 lead card. We will be back tomorrow. Thanks again to the PDGA and the Founders Club. Thank you to Big Jerm for pushing through the pain. Seriously, though, and being here with me on the commentary. It's really, really great to have him. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Big Sexy out.